How's it going, everybody in NFL world? Good evening from North Pole, Alaska. It is 11 o'clock or 10 o'clock here in Alaska. I'm sitting here just kind of pondering the NFL for tomorrow and all the things that are going to happen. And I know that I made a pretty crazy prediction for the Dolphins game tomorrow at Orchard Park against the Bills. And even though, like I said, there's no possible reason that I could provide for or evidence for as to why the Dolphins are going to win that game, I still got this weird feeling, and I went with it. I'm rolling with it, and I'm saying they're going to win. I'll probably be wrong, but I'm going to stick with it. I made a short about it and said my prediction was 34-31 for Miami to win that game. We'll see how that goes. I did kind of just want to take this time just to go. I figured I would just go live for this one and run down the list of games for tomorrow and the Monday night game. Talk about kind of what I'm thinking is going to happen with all those games. Talk about my Pick'em League. Nothing serious tonight. I don't even know if anybody's awake on the East Coast watching this, or is going to be. Holy crap. Shame on you. Go to bed. Kind of just feeling a little bit tired and not feeling too healthy right now. I feel a little sick. I think I'm coming down with something maybe. All that hopium I was smoking for the last 3 or 4 days is finally starting to catch up to me, I think. So yeah, I might as well just run through a few of these. I talked about the Dolphins and Buffalo game ad nauseum in the videos for this week, and I chose 34-31 Miami, going in there and getting a win somehow, some way. If it happens, you won't see anybody happier than me. That's for sure. I'm going to be stoked if that happens, but I guess we'll just see how that one plays out. And those of you that were living under a rock this week, Houston lost to the Jets in New Jersey today, 21-13, and that was a strange game. Aaron Rodgers, 3 touchdown passes, but I don't know. I'm not sure. That was just a weird game. And kudos to the Jets. They got a win. They needed a win to keep their season hopes alive. And I'm hoping that streak continues with the Dolphins tomorrow. On that list of tomorrow's games, we have Dallas traveling to Atlanta to play the Falcons, and that one's going to be interesting too. I do think that the Falcons are going to take that game. I took them in the Pick'em League for that, and the Falcons are playing well this year, and it's not something I'm used to saying. I really like Kirk Cousins, and I think he's playing excellent, and I think the Falcons are playing well around him. They're really rallying around him as their leader, and they're playing well. And I think they're gonna. Honestly, I think they're probably gonna smoke Dallas. Like, it's not even gonna be close. I would probably say that they're gonna win by. I'm gonna give them a 10-point win for sure. So we'll see how that turns out. But I'm taking Atlanta over Dallas. Atlanta wins at home. And moving down here, we got Las Vegas traveling to Cincinnati to play the Bengals. I don't think I'm going to have to talk much about this game. I mean, it's pretty obvious. I think everybody's going to be on the same page with this one. I think that Baltimore. I think the Bengals are gonna beat the Raiders for sure. And I think most people kind of feel the same way about that one. Oh man, you know what? I think I'm gonna look at that way. I'm just gonna go straight to my my Pick'em League and look at them that way, because then I can look at kind of what the pulse is for everybody who's making the picks as well. not just in the league I'm in, but the entire NFL. I think that'll be a good way to go. Yeah, man. Yeah. And so for my pick'em league, I took the Houston Texans to beat the Jets, and they had lost. So I took a hit there, and I took Atlanta to beat the Cowboys. Like I said, I'm taking Miami. And the funny thing about that Miami game is 94% of people who play ESPN Pick'em, that's a lot of people. 94% of people took the Bills to win that game. I can't say that I blame them. That's a tall order for Miami. Anyway, I took the Bengals. 94% of people took the Bengals over the Raiders. The next game we got is the Chargers traveling to Cleveland to play the Browns. And this one is the one that gets me, okay? Deshaun Watson sucks. He's a terrible quarterback. Clearly dragging that team down like more and more and more every week. And we have the pick'em for that game, the Chargers versus Cleveland Browns, and 66% of people took the Chargers to go into Cleveland and get a win there. No, not me. Not me. I'm not doing that. I took Cleveland, so I'm one of the 34% that chose Cleveland to win that game. I know the Chargers are playing well. They're 4-3, but I don't think they're going to be able to do anything against Cleveland's defense, and I feel like Cleveland is playing so much better without Mr. RAPE. So I'm taking Cleveland to win that game, and not just win it, but win it by a touchdown. Next, we got New England at Tennessee, and it pained me to do this, but I had to take the Patriots over the Tennessee Titans, even though it's in Tennessee. I just think Drake May and the Patriots are gonna do their work against the Tennessee Titans, and 56% of people have chosen the Patriots to win that game, and that's cool. The Patriots are 2-6, Titans are 1-6. I can't see Tennessee winning that game. And then the Washington Commanders traveling to New Jersey to play the Giants. And obviously this one's a no-brainer. I mean, most people, 95% took Washington Commanders to beat the Giants. And those 5% of people taking the Giants must be fans of the Giants. That's the only way I can see it. And I can respect that. I'm a Dolphins fan taking the Dolphins to beat the Bills. So I can't even talk that much smack there. But I took Washington to beat Giants there in New Jersey. And the next game we have is the Saints traveling to Carolina to play the Panthers. 89% of people have chosen the Saints to win. And Mr. Carr is back under center playing quarterback for the Saints in this game. And look for him to have a big day. I mean, I know he's missed some time, but I can't really see the Panthers winning that game at all. So look for that to be a big win, 14 points, 13 points, something like that. This game. Ooh, this is going to be a good game. I can't wait to watch this one. Denver Broncos traveling to Baltimore to play the Ravens. Whoo, that's going to be good. If you don't, and this is the shocker, this is going to be a great game, everybody, like really good. And I'm looking at this, and it says 9% of the people in the pick'ems have chosen Denver to lose or to win. That means 91% think the Ravens are going to beat the Denver Broncos. And I took the Ravens, so I'm part of that big percentage that thinks the Ravens are going to win this game, but I don't think this is going to be a close or a blowout by any stretch. Certainly not like what people are saying here by 91% thinking the Ravens are going to win. This is going to be a close game. And I wouldn't be shocked to see the Broncos taking this game. I wouldn't be shocked to see it at all. The Broncos are playing great football. Their defense is just incredible. Like I top 2 or 3 defenses in the league for sure. And they're all over the place. They fly to the ball. No matter where the ball ends up on the field, 7 to 9 Broncos players are there to make the tackle. It's unreal watching that team play defense. If you haven't watched a Broncos game, the Ravens and Broncos, watch that game. It's going to be good. And like I said, I think the Ravens are going to pull it out, but it's not going to be a blowout. It's going to be a good game. Then we got Chicago Bears traveling to Arizona to play the Cardinals. This is where the Cardinals are going to lose their first place in the division. I think the Bears are going to win this game. It's a 50-50 pick here. 49% say the Bears are going to win, 51 say the Cardinals. I'm going with the Chicago Bears. It really could be either team here, though. It's a dead heat on this one. I don't see this game being very, very high scoring. I'm going to say this is going to be a low scoring game, but it'll be a good game. I'm probably not going to be watching it. There's other ones in that time slot that I'd rather keep my eye on and watch. So unless it gets really good, if it gets really good and there's no other game on that's as good, I'm going to watch it. So the next game we've got Jacksonville traveling to Philadelphia to play the Eagles. This one's a no-brainer. Jacksonville's going to get smoked. The Eagles are 97% of people in the Pick'ems League have chosen the Eagles to win this game, and I don't disagree at all. I obviously I took the Eagles. I see Jacksonville just getting destroyed in this game. This is one of those games where people get fired afterwards, and you want to talk about the Dolphins game being one of those games? It very well could be. The Dolphins game, you could see people get canned right after that game is over if the Dolphins get blown out of the water. Pun intended. But this is another one of those games. Jacksonville is on the cusp of having some coaching rearrangement going on, and I can see it happening after this game. Unless they play tough. We'll see. Next, this is another one of those games that I cannot wait to watch this game. Oh, my goodness. And I'm a Dolphins fan, yeah, but I'm a football fan. I love watching football. I loved playing it when I was younger and not so fat. And now, man, this is going to be a great game, guys. We've got Detroit traveling to Green Bay to Lambeau to play the Packers. This game is for first place in that division. Both these teams are going to want it. They're both going to be playing real hard. This is a division game. This is what it's all about. This is about as good as it gets for being halfway through the season. Like, this is going to be major playoff atmosphere. And what's funny here is I mean, I can see it. They've got 83% of people choosing Detroit to win this game. I'm sitting here looking at my Pick'em League right now, and like I said, I mean, I'm looking at it right here, and I think that I have Detroit chosen to win this game, but the more I look at that pick, the more I kind of just feel like I want to change that to the Packers. That's a tough one. Might have to change that as it gets closer to game time. We'll see how it goes. So yeah, I took Detroit to win that game. Only 17% of people chose the Packers to beat the Lions there, but it's in Lambeau Field, and if Jordan Love plays, that's going to be an incredible game. It'll be a good game no matter what, I think. But we're looking at 65, 70 points scored in this game easy. I can't wait to see it. It's going to be so entertaining. Major bummer if it's not. But all right. Next, we got the Rams traveling to Seattle to play the Seahawks. 61% think the Rams are going to win. I'm rolling with the numbers there. I went with the Rams as well. I don't think Seattle is going to be able to handle that offense from the Rams, especially since they got their wide receivers back. Kupp is back, and I can't see Seattle winning that game. Look for the Rams there to go back to 500 at 4-4 after this game is played. Next, the Sunday night game. We've got the Colts traveling to Minnesota to play the Vikings. Okay. Why is this a Sunday night game? I don't get it. I don't see why this is a Sunday night game, but I mean, I'm going to watch it. I'm not going to sit there and watch intently, but this is one of those games. I'm a defensive-minded person, even though I played mostly on offense, in college and in high school and everywhere, any other time. I just love watching good defense, and I'm going to watch it just for the defense, just for the Vikings to play defense. I like their defense. I like the way they play. I think Brian Flores is a fantastic defensive coordinator. Side note, no, I don't think he's a good head coach. Not right now. Maybe someday down the road, I think he can grow a lot and become a good head coach. But right now, no, not so much. But as a defensive coordinator, it's hard to beat. It's hard to beat Flores. He's a good coach, good defensive coordinator. So I took Minnesota to smoke the Colts. It's not even going to be a close game, and 94% of people think the Vikings are going to win that game. So no surprise there. And then Monday night we got Tampa Bay traveling down to Kansas City to play the Chiefs. Here is the ticket, okay? This Monday night game is going to be way better than some people think. Chiefs fans think this is going to be a cakewalk. It is not going to be a cakewalk. This is my upset. This is where the Chiefs get their first loss of the year, right here. They're going to lose to Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay is going to go into Arrowhead, and they're going to win that football game. I know, just bear with me and make fun of me later if it doesn't happen, but don't talk too much about it until it happens, until they lose. If the Buccaneers lose, then feel free to be like, hey, Dirk, what's the matter with you, dude? You're way off on that upset pick. But I really think Tampa Bay is going to win that game. It stands out to me. I'm looking at it on the screen, and all these games, that is the one game that's just like pulsing. I really see Tampa Bay winning that game. It'll be a good game. So don't sleep on the Monday night game just because the Chiefs are undefeated. This is where they're going to end up getting their first loss. Chiefs fans, I'm sorry, but you got to lose some point, right? I mean, everybody does. Well, everybody nowadays. There's too much parity in the league for a team to go undefeated right now. And I think this is where the last undefeated goes down. Speaking of which, parity in this league. Holy cow. We got teams at 2-5, like the Miami Dolphins, who are still in the playoff hunt. 2-5. I mean, and they're the third team outside of the playoffs. Like they're not even. It's not bad. I mean, the parity in this league this year is unreal. We've got teams that have way less than a winning record, and they're still in it halfway through the season. It's unreal. So I think that speaks volumes for what's going on here, and I really wish that other leagues like Major League Baseball would kind of take a page out of the NFL's playbook here with this, and really wish they would institute a salary cap. I feel like Major League Baseball would kind of go through a little bit of a revival if there was a salary cap. I mean, especially after this year. And I know that a lot of people are Yankees fans and Dodgers fans, and I'm not trying to upset anybody, but it's kind of lame when the two teams that have, the Dodgers, like they have their salary is the equivalent of the rest of the teams in their division. The Padres, the Rockies, the Giants, and the Diamondbacks. It's unreal. And the Yankees are the same. The Yankees just have a huge payroll, and it sucks for all the other teams to know that they got that far, probably just because they could afford to pay for all the good players. So it's a little more evident this year just because they both made it to the World Series, and I don't know. I think that the parity in the NFL it's a good thing to show that the NFL has, to see that any team really can win, any day. And we've got teams losing and winning the next week, or losing to a team, then beating another team, then that team loses to the next. It's awesome. So I think it's a good thing for the league. And even though the Dolphins are hitting the low side right now with a 2-5 record, I still appreciate the parity in the NFL right now, and the way the league is going right now, and the way the season is for teams as a whole, not just my team. It's entertaining. It's good football. I mean, I'm not seeing much good football from the Dolphins as of yet, so might as well appreciate the rest of the NFL and the football that's being played across the league. Oh man, I gotta stop. So that's kind of where we're at with predictions. I've given my predictions on everything. I'm about to go lay down, and chill with the wife, and try to relax until tomorrow morning when I start stressing out at about 9 o'clock in the morning, watching that Dolphins game. To anybody who watches this, thank you for giving it a look, and drop a like or comment if you want to. I hope everybody has a good evening, sleeps well, and enjoys the football tomorrow and Monday. Don't miss the Monday game. Chiefs going down. Good night, everybody. Dolphins fans, fins up.